Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. And today being Wednesday, it's a dear Bunmi day. Okay, now if yes, today is the Amala day. So all Amala, okay, again for the umpteenth time, I'll tell you that Auntie Bunmi's constituency, media, and so on and so forth, a lot of retirees. We all sit down together every last Wednesday of the month for conviviality and eating one of the best amala in town. No, she doesn't have a restaurant and she doesn't make the amala, but she sauces the amala, Morning, Auntie Bunmi, how are you doing? It's with great pleasure I'd like to introduce to you my adopted daughter since her dad passed away, Wale Payne of blessed memory. The job has fallen on me to be the big daddy. Tony Payne, how are you?
Good morning.
When did you come? I'm seeing you for the first time,
Yes.
When did you come to town?
We're supposed to see Sunday. I don't know what happened.
I was on strike.
Oh, okay. Understandable.
No. Actually, I think it was the rains, and I just
it rained on
felt
Sunday.
kind of lazy. And
Yeah.
So how are you?
I'm great.
How's
thank you.
Yankee?
Very good. Can't
When
complain.
are you leaving?
I'm around for a while.
Good. So I'd like to bring you back to talk about the developments in America.
Okay.
As content for those who are thinking of jackpine.
Oh. Well, I have. I think people do what they feel like.
We will wait till.
Okay.
We'll find it in next week to
No
slot you
problem.
into
I'm
that.
here. No problem.
You've done the album before, haven't you?
I've done Bunmi before.
How many times?
Probably twice, I think, or once or
twice.
twice. Yeah.
I came across a photograph of some mama who came to the studio with you and didn't want to be photographed. Do you remember that day when I was in Ikoyi, studio in Ikoyi? You know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about Mama Shim.
Oh, wait, she's been here before.
No, she was on the other side.
On the
of
other
town.
side. Oh, okay.
And she almost went under the table.
Oh
not
yeah,
wanting to
she
be
acts like she's
photographed.
shy, but she's really not.
You reckon?
She's not.
Yeah, anybody who's hanging around the submarine,
Right?
You know who the submarine is. Okay, good morning, everybody, and maybe you should also greet Unileke, who is your. Is she your sister, or your auntie? I
My
get
auntie,
confused.
my
Your
mom's
auntie. Yes, your
immediate
mom's
younger sister.
and then your mom is the daughter of Mommy.
Yes.
Mommy Akaro, I know she's listening. She's probably seated outside there with Bunmi and go. All right, let's get down to business. The topics we have here. Oh, and good morning, Miss the escort. Yes.
Why? Jimmy. We just met downstairs,
We just went downstairs.
Yes.
So I was born yesterday, right? Okay, how's your son though?
He's fine.
And his dad?
They're all fine.
They're all fine.
Yeah.
We don't get to see much of him again, but you wouldn't know. So.
What of?
Leroy, what's his name?
Which one? Who?
Your son's dad. What's his name?
Oh yeah, no, not really. I mean, we converse.
I know, yes.
Yeah,
but I'm even saying we don't get to see him.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, I think he's in town. I think.
What's that? His name again?
Laura.
His stage name.
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
Come on, don't be nasty.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. I think I've done enough of pushing.
Yes, Uncle Jimmy, please.
Okay, so we have you've done this before, so you know.
I have.
My daughters prefer their stepmom. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
Should I leave him for his dad? Well, we get to know what he means by that. He's reneging on his promises. I think they usually do on both sides.
Yep.
Do you think promises hold value in our society today?
Man, I think it just depends on the individual.
Yes.
You have to be very intentional about keeping promises because sometimes different factors will come into play.
I keep promises within the limitations of my circumstance.
But I always keep my promises.
No, sometimes you can't keep it. It can't be always.
Because that's why I don't make promises that I I try not to make promises if I feel I can't keep it.
Haven't you heard a song that says promises are meant to be broken?
No, not for me.
I mean, but you're in a relationship and you say, "Oh, I'll never leave you,"
Well,
and then the guy messes up 2 months away.
I always say I'll never leave you unless you.
Oh, you put that.
Yes, I always put a clause. Unless you
what?
cheat.
Oh,
that's my deal breaker.
So your deal breaker is if the guy cheats.
Yes.
You're gone.
Yes.
Do you have a Nigerian guy?
I do.
Is he say this one not go cheat?
He won't.
I thought you met him downstairs.
I do. I mean, from the little that I've seen downstairs.
Downstairs. Do you think I would cheat?
No, Uncle Jimmy, you would never cheat.
That's good.
I don't
At
think
least
so.
I have somebody who stands by me.
Yes.
So let all my detractors hear that. Okay, this Oluchi one, I can't. I think she's worried about her guy. He doesn't seem to be. He's not running at his optimum. Okay.
Okay.
So we don't know. Okay. So, the cameras in the studio, on YouTube and Facebook Live.
Okay.
So that's the only hidden place that you can stay. And there's another one. Why do my parents still spoil my mama's boy brother? Okay, so which one will we take? Let's take the one of stepdaughter.
Okay.
My daughters prefer their stepmom. That
is a problem.
Oh, they really work on that, man.
Yeah, that's her. That's a problem for her.
Okay, let me read. This is Nolly. Nolly says, my husband left me and my 2 daughters for another woman. As soon as he got a posting to a new state from his company, he took her with him.
Okay.
That's love, isn't it? That's real love.
It could be, depending.
Obviously, he wanted something different. His new wife is young and hip, always wearing trendy clothes and daring makeup. Why can't she be like that too?
Maybe it's not her thing.
Okay. My 2 girls who are aged 15 and 13 are hurt by this move, and everything I do is wrong, while everything their stepmother does is perfect.
Okay.
They've started being hostile to my new boyfriend, insinuating that he's trying to take their father's place. They even hinted that they would prefer to live with their dad. I feel so betrayed. Their father left us and chose to live far away, but I've always tried to make sure the kids have the best possible relationship with him. What else should I do? No, Lee, I think you just go get a life.
Yeah, I think 13 and 15. Okay, so they're at that age. Girls, okay, even better. They're at that age where they're, starting to discover who they are. They are rebellious. And, of course, the hip stepmom is going to be, much more appealing to them because, one, she probably doesn't discipline them. She probably lets them do whatever they want, lets them get away with whatever they want because that's, technically not her job. But you as the mother, you're going to be like the bad cop, right? You can't do this. You can't go here. You can't do that. And teenagers want to do what they want to do, right? So if you're the bad cop, they're always going to see you as a bad person. So just wait it out. They're going to grow and realize that, you had their back. And
so what do you want her to do?
Live her life.
I think so.
Yeah, but she shouldn't compromise on discipline. If they don't.
No, but the girls now say that they'd rather go live with their dad.
Bye-bye.
That's what she should say.
Yeah, if they want to go live with their dad, let them go experience it.
You think they wouldn't enjoy themselves?
There's no way. If they're living with their dad, eventually there's going to have to be boundaries put in place for them there. And then they're going to be like, oh, weird, they're disciplining me here too. All right, we're going back to our mom.
Well, I think we seem to have lost sight of what the mom herself looks like and what she could be bitchy. She could be.
Yeah, well.
She could be. Another thing that you don't do is she could be insulting the man in his absence, complaining about him. And girls have this thing about their dads.
Okay, but she said she does not, she tries to make sure they have a good relationship with their dad. That's what she said. So if a woman
that's in her own mind.
Yeah.
She might not even be doing it right.
But a woman that's like maybe, quote unquote bitchy would not care about her kids having a good relationship with their dad. She would just be like, you know what?
And she has a boyfriend though.
Yeah. So her problem is not the dad moving on. Her problem is not her having a boyfriend. Her problem is that her kids prefer their stepmom to her.
I tell you what I think. Maybe the boyfriend himself is overbearing. I mean, hey, you're a boyfriend. You're not yet a daddy, okay? You're not a stepdad, and maybe he tries to discipline them.
Probably.
Which most likely I probably would do. I hate to see siblings, or no, not siblings, but kids of. If I'm going out with a woman who's already had kids.
Yeah.
I have a sense of responsibility to the kids.
Yes.
And people would say, look the other way. I find it extremely difficult. That's for me. But that's what is most likely happening
on her end. And they're probably not getting that on the dad's end. So as teenagers, they would definitely choose the place they're not getting disciplined.
So what should she do now? Get on with that.
Let them go learn. 13 and 15, they're not exactly...
It's easier said than
if
done,
my kid came up to me today and said, Mom, I want to go live with my dad. I'm not happy living here. I would buy him the next ticket and say, okay.
You let him go?
I would let him go because, I mean,
I knew you before you had that kid. You wouldn't let that guy. You wouldn't let him.
I would. Because I know that, well, maybe because I feel like I don't see that happening because he's content living with me. But if he came to that conclusion, then...
Hey, but his dad is a star.
Well, then go have fun.
What's his stage name again?
Uncle Jimi.
No, I'm just trying to... At least for people to know who I'm talking about.
Uncle Jimi.
Okay, I beg, tell me now.
He's a nice guy.
I'm not asking. Just tell me his. What's his name?
She just mentioned.
What did she say?
He's a nice guy.
Oh, nice. Yes.
I said he's a nice guy.
What is happening to my memory these days?
It's age, Uncle Jimmy.
You think so?
I think so. Even me, I have actually mine's not age. Mine's just I have really horrible memory. I forget things very easily.
I went to see a shrink. And he told me not to worry that it's because your mind is in too many places.
That could be it too.
Yeah, he said your brain is too busy.
Overworked.
I met a doctor once, Bulgarian doctor, who said he examined and, did all the stuff, and he said, it looks as if you're walking when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And I dream a lot, all kinds of things. And creative work, I mean, you're into that too.
Yep. So I know that feeling.
Remind me next time we meet. We're going to talk about your photography.
Yes.
Did you bring any for me to print and put on my wall?
You're ready, Uncle Jimmy.
I'm ready. Send it.
Okay.
Okay, so she should take a walk.
I mean, like I said, they're 13. They're not babies. They're 13. They're teenagers.
Why do you think a woman like this is asking dear Bunmi what she should do?
Because she's confused, and it can be confusing. I mean, I'm raising a teenager right now, and so I totally can relate.
How old is he now?
14.
Does he have any affinity for singing like his dad?
No. No, he's more.
He's going to be more of a
computer
of a troublemaker like you.
Well, he's more on the creative side.
Is he in town with you?
No, he's not. He decided to stay back this trip.
Pity.
Yeah. See,
okay.
Exactly. A 14-year-old, I'm like, hey, let's go to Nigeria. He's like, nope.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. I'm like, come on, let's just go. Nope. No, Mom, just go. Have fun. Exactly.
Now, you don't want to tell me he's on his own in the house.
No. He's with my mom. And
driving your car and stuff.
Not
like
yet.
That.
This year, though. We're almost there.
Yeah, almost there.
We're almost there.
Okay, so we'll open up our lines 0700 993 993 993 and 01465 7190. Our lines are open, so if you put any call through, we probably will be able to pick it. We have this gentleman called Elijah.
Okay.
Elijah. And the headline of what he says is that, why do my parents still spoil my mama's boy brother? My elder brother is 34 and lives at home with my parents. Even if it's a converted store. We're 34 and he's living with his parents. Mm-hmm. They've always made my blood boil, especially now that one of his casual girlfriends has a child by him. My parents have. Would it child by him? What's the difference between child by him and child for him?
Same thing. It's just English.
You know, you're about to say obi mofun. So when you have a child in between a man and a woman, so is the man the beneficiary? A child for him?
Well, by him and for him, I think it's for me. It's the same.
No,
thing.
by him means by him she has a child.
Yeah.
But
for him means
she's
giving it to
giving
him.
the child to
I
him.
think it's just the way he worded his English. I don't think there's any.
Which would you
literal-
use? Would you use by or for?
Either one works for me.
Which one would you use? Which one would you use?
I mean, I'd use them interchangeably. I guess I don't know.
So
I've never really thought about that.
It depends on your mood.
Well, yes.
You know, if it's
These
something-
days, my mood.
this is your mood.
My mood is good.
Say for him, okay, he's my child. This is my child.
Well, you know
So
what?
use
Every
by.
parent does that. Though. I claim my son like my son. He's my son, and he claims him too. Like
So
my
did
boy,
you have him for his dad
I
or
had-
by his dad?
by? Because he's still, or I mean, he's
I
still
just-
mine. I don't know.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's true. I didn't just have a child to give somebody. He's mine as well. You know.
So it's by him. He was also the supplier.
Yeah, he was, contributor.
He supplied the carton to wrap the beer.
Oh God, Uncle Jimmy.
I forgot to mention today's program is sponsored by Amstel Water, from Nigerian breweries. Forgot to mention that. Apologies. So he supplied the carton or
Something like that. The cards.
or
like
let us phrase it safely that
Okay.
he provided the seed, like in church, he sowed the seed for the cathedral to be built.
It's a joint effort.
Well, you could argue sometimes that women don't put in any effort.
That is
anyway.
not true. That's not.
Just
In Nigeria, where just generally.
generally.
That is not true.
Just,
Women do the most work.
that's after the child is born.
No, even before
You
the
reckon?
process, I reckon.
Feta, this is, don't say
I see how over
don't say
unlook.
don't say well. Okay, say something. You say something. Put it on your mind. Say something. What do you think? A child is born for somebody or by?
By, not for.
Exactly, right?
I knew that's what she would say. Like, our listeners
Because you
also-
don't just
can
have a child and just say take go
Except that's what you're doing. Then
Exactly.
I gave birth for him.
for him.
You don't want the
That sounds more like
So we have a
surrogacy or
conspiracy in the studio now.
No,
I want one of our listeners to please quickly call in, and I'd like to know whether you believe a child is born for a man or by the man.
something. By
Okay, so as a man, which one would I love to hear?
I don't think it should matter.
Let me even think. No. Those two words are significant, for and by, because they have different implications.
Well, I don't think it should matter because at the end of the day, unless you're using like a surrogate, right? Then that could be a
No, but if
For.
in the tradition, at least in Yoruba, they say, Obi Mofun, he had a child for him.
but we can't
Meaning because
Literally.
the implication of that is that a man can carry a basket and pick children today, Akwa Ibom, Bimofun, tomorrow, Uganda, and Bimofun, But for by him means that the woman is the.
He was a part of the process.
In any case, in Nigeria of today, the only paternity we are sure of in a baby is the mom.
Oh yeah.
I think
in
in Ghana they're matrilineal, which makes common sense.
Yeah.
Today you never know what you never know what
I think
you're
there
gonna
should
get.
be mandatory paternity testing when a child is born.
It makes sense though.
I think so.
But who's here to do that test go hard though?
No. Why would it be hard?
We have a caller there. Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Wow. Hello.
Hi, Uncle JD.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning. Who's speaking, please?
My name is Diola. I'm calling you from Zurich.
From Zurich.
Yes, please.
So should it be for or by?
Actually, this for business is just the way that the patriarchal inclinations in Yoruba people come out when they want to lay claim to a child by themselves and want to put like a lot of not responsibility, but a lot of claim on behalf of the man on the child, and want to kind of delineate what the roles and regulations of the mother should be on their child. It's just patriarchal. There's no for anywhere, no mother, or the mother, you contributed the sperm as the man. The mother that carried the child for 9 months, that went to the hospital, had all of the labor pains, or whether it's going to be via cesarean, whatever it is, then you want to claim the child is for you. How does that work? It's just
Okay.
Yoruba people's way of highlighting and
If it
maximizing
wasn't
what
that we were
patriarchal
going
should
on break, I'd
look like.
have asked you what if in Zurich, what would the common thing be? But we got to go on break.
This is good.
We lost it. We have to go on break. We'll take a short break and then we'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. Daily Digest returns in a moment.
Hey, put a spotlight on me. Now let me tell you this. I used to care for the world's opinion.
And I used to fear their rejection.
Or more, I used to beg for validation.
And I used to wait to be seen.
But now, no more.
No more.
No more.
Says my time.
My time?
My time.
My own time is now. So what are you waiting for?
I'm still Malta. Be your best.
Hey, put a spotlight on me. Now let me tell you this. I used to care for the world's opinion.
And I used to fear their rejection.
Or more, I used to beg for validation.
And I used to wait to be seen.
But now, no more.
No more.
No more.
Says my time.
My time?
My time.
My own time is now. So what are you waiting for?
I'm still Malta. Be your best. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is Daily Digest with Jimi Disu.
All right, welcome back. To the Daily Digest for Wednesday, sponsored by Nigerian Breweries. I want to compliment me by saying that there will be Amala today. I hope I'm right. I must be. Okay, so we've done. I think we've had enough of it's a whole hour subject. If you wanted to,
I'm ready.
no. BB, he says he's reneging on his promises. My boyfriend and I, that's the person who wrote. No, I don't have a boyfriend.
Okay.
So one has to be careful.
2023, no.
No, I'm not given to that. My boyfriend and I were having an affair when he was living with his older girlfriend in her house.
Okay.
Let me read that again. My boyfriend and I were having an affair when he was living with his older girlfriend in her house. Oh, corny. So he was living with the older girlfriend and cheating with BB.
her.
He's made it now.
Yep.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul. He always said things would be different between us when he was unattached. But they aren't. He should have known. It seems to sound like a creep. You're living with a woman and then you have a babe. She didn't tell, maybe she doesn't. We are not even sure whether the guy doesn't bring the babe home when she's maybe she works in the NEPA office in Alimosho and they live in
Exactly. So her first mistake is being with somebody that's using somebody else. That's her first mistake.
Then she know that whatever
nothing,
goes round,
yeah,
it
nothing
comes
good's
round.
coming out of that.
But I still have more. We go out more, sleep together more, and he tells me he loves me. Then he denies we have a proper relationship. This man don't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he wants. He probably is happy with this lady because maybe she's good to have her. I know some men, date some ladies just for the ego. Say, I have a big
And
babe.
she might not be his main girl. Maybe he has like
You have another one
two
again.
other girls somewhere. Yeah.
How many boyfriends from a lady? How many girlfriends is your boyfriend allowed to have?
How many? Wait.
You heard what I said.
How many girlfriends is my boyfriend allowed to have?
Yes.
Uncle Jimmy, I just said cheating is a deal breaker.
That
for
was
me.
then. You could have changed your mind.
No,
now.
never changing my mind about that. So he's not the only girlfriend he's allowed to have is me. I am woman enough.
Why am I panting on behalf of somebody? I suddenly have a headache.
Yes, if I'm not woman enough, then you should move on.
So one of the things is that then you must be with him all the time.
Well, I mean, I'll try my best.
You try your best.
Yes.
But he can look but not touch.
Yeah, you can look. I look. He can look.
You look,
Of course.
irony.
Of course. I mean,
He-
looking is
he will-
nothing. If he wants to look, we'll look together, no problem. But he can't take it any further than
The
that.
man doesn't want you to look.
Why?
I think there's a concealed weapon here.
I still
Really?
believe there should be some level of freedom in a relationship.
Yes. But
Yeah.
it should not go beyond looking.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, so BB says we go out more, sleep together more, and he tells me he loves me. Then he denies we have a proper relationship. Isn't that weird?
Yes.
He still insists we sneak off to meet well away from our neighborhood. He doesn't want them to know. This guy is hiding something.
So he's hiding something.
He says that. And he makes sure no one knows about us.
He has somebody. Amazing.
It might not be just that.
Oh no, he does.
Maybe his in-laws are in the neighborhood. Maybe
Hey,
they're
but
not
that means he has somebody he's
maybe
with.
they were the ones who rented the house for him.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
Okay, so BB says, I'm not interested in living together, but I want us to see each other openly and be a proper couple. When I told him this, he said I should go and find someone else.
What is her problem?
He's a
The
rarema.
red flags are there. He's open and at least he's honest to her. He's letting
You know,
her know where he
some
stands.
people are colorblind.
That's true.
Maybe when she sees red,
She sees blue.
Oh,
Green
green.
lights.
I'm not interested in living together, but I want us to be seen openly and be a proper couple. When I told him he decided to go and find somebody else, I love him and can't believe it's turned out like this. Why doesn't he want the world to know we are together?
Because he does not feel the same way about her.
You know
And
this,
she should move
this
on.
character. She didn't tell us what his name is. Again, perhaps she doesn't even know. He could be married.
Yep.
His relatives could be in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Maybe they rented the house. You know.
Someone that lived with another woman, an older woman, lived with her, not lived together, lived with her under her roof, means, he's that kind of person. So the fact that anybody, one thing I know for a fact about your Uncle Jimmy, your gender, is that if a man is interested in
Hey,
you,
I'm not the only man here. Point to him and say his gender.
your gender.
No, don't add me to the equation.
Okay, his gender.
His gender. Do you know who I am in this neighborhood?
His gender, Uncle Jimmy,
eh.
is that men are not as complex as we make them out to be. They're actually quite simple.
Exactly.
And a man,
A
if a
round of
man,
applause for you. Exactly.
like if a man does not feel you, you will know. And if you choose to ignore the signs and ignore
How
the
do you
signs,
know if a man loves you? I need to be taught.
they'll show you.
How does a man show that he loves you?
I mean, there's something that it's different.
Is it by gumming her every minute?
No, it's not that. It's in their actions. It's not in their words either. Like
What?
people throw around the word love, I love you. This. It's not in the words. It's in
So
their actions.
how do you? I need to be taught. It's never too late to learn. What are your expectations of a man for you to know that he loves you?
Okay, so for me, I think personally,
There's a bit of nervousness in the neighborhood, but
I think
these things have to
personally,
be said.
it's also time. I don't think you can find out somebody loves you overnight, number one.
Yes.
And number two, I think consistency matters a lot. How they treat you over time as well matters. If, they change or if they still feel the same way or treat you the same way as when they first met or before they did whatever it is men like to do, that changes them.
Excuse
Or
me.
that people think.
if I have an idea of what you're saying,
Yes.
I can assure you
I'm-
that it is not only men that like to do this.
Well, yes, of course, but you know,
Yes,
people
it's not-
have this notion that some
People
men
have this
change.
notion. No,
Some men change after they've gotten what they want.
Everybody likes to do this thing.
Yes,
that
of
you're
course,
talking about.
of course.
But being a small child, I can't talk about
Yes,
such things.
me too.
I'm a daily- I be
Daily,
picking.
no.
I be picking.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's help Bibi. What should she do?
She should move on. What the heck? What is she doing?
He said she loves him.
No,
Did you hear
that is not love. That's stupidity. Because he's clear. He's telling you, if you want to be exclusive, if you want people to know about me, then I'm not the one for you. So go away.
Why is it important for people to know about yourself?
I know, right? Well, I mean,
Why?
me
Feta,
personally.
don't sleep. Why is it important for people to know you are dating a guy? Why? Let me help you
Because,
to tell
well,
me.
I think it's more, me personally,
Yes.
I prefer my privacy.
Exactly.
For some people, you know how they'll post something, please, is this anybody's boyfriend? Come on, claim him now.
You are talking to the mic.
Okay,
Don't-
it's just very personal. I don't really like PDA, and I don't. I
what's,
like
what's PDA now?
Public display of affection.
Exactly.
And I don't want to put my relationship to the entire,
Exactly.
public. But some people like that. They feel like
Do you?
it's a love language. If you love me, let the world know that you love me.
Yeah.
Let the world know I'm
Okay.
yours.
So if let's say you and your boyfriend are taking a walk, do you want him to be hugging you and dragging you?
No, don't be
holding
doing
your
that
hand?
in public.
Oh, I do that.
I don't really. I'm not comfortable.
I like
So,
private
I have a
private
feeling-
PDA.
I have a feeling that somebody I know doesn't like that from the expression on his face.
This one.
This one is a submarino. Looking so gentle.
the
I know that.
biggest PDA right there.
It's a submarino. But do you know that PDA sometimes is to distract?
Really?
Yes, if you do. I'm just saying, I'm not talking. Sorry, sir. I'm not talking about you. Sometimes PDA is to distract. The woman is, oh, he's all over me. I hear that all the time.
I should
Yes.
I should consider that.
Listeners, please call in and let us know. That's a caller there. It's most likely Chris or so. He will refer us to his woman in Ghana now. Where is he? Hello? Good morning. Hello?
Hello. Good morning, Uncle Jimi.
Pastor, this is not a pastoral matter. Oh.
Uncle Jimi.
Do not quote the Bible in your answer.
Uncle Jimi. How did Feta know it's me? I don't know. How do you know I'm the one, Feta? Anyway, good morning, everybody.
Your take.
Uncle Jimi, my take on this matter is this. The woman has seen the whole sign.
Yes.
Love, they said, is blind, but the person can fall into pit. If he's blind, let her shine her eyes and move away. Move on. See, Uncle Jimi, like you assume, that man would be married. Let's face it. For the fact that the man didn't want to expose you, he doesn't want to make, and that is what you want. Please, move on. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm going to do something I normally don't like doing because that means people won't buy the paper, if you've read everything out. But I like to read what Auntie Bunmi says here. Did I greet Auntie Bunmi? Good morning?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, sure I did.
And how Mala.
Well, I talked about Auntie, in case I didn't say good morning, I'm saying it now for the record. It says, Auntie Bunmi says that your boyfriend is wise not to go straight from one fully committed relationship into another. I never thought of that. I didn't see it that way. And remember, he was having an affair with you, and affairs are fun because they are naughty and dangerous. How does Auntie Bunmi know that?
Right? Auntie Bunmi.
I feel like asking that. Auntie Bunmi, you say affairs are naughty and dangerous. What? I can see her at home and say, hey, wait, what do you do? Over visitor. That's almost certainly why he wants to keep your relationship under wraps and why he wanted out when you asked to be seen openly as his girlfriend. But for how long is he going to do that?
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree, yeah.
Because, what fully committed relationship was he in? He wasn't in any fully committed relationship because he was
Maybe it's the woman that is deceiving herself.
Yeah.
Remember that he was dating her when he was living with her.
Yeah, he was living with somebody. I don't see that as a fully committed relationship. I see him as maybe he was using the older woman as a roof over his head. And now that he's okay to have his own
he don't
place.
get work for customs now, so
exactly, and then he's out. So I wouldn't even call that a relationship.
Would you like to work in the customs service? I can arrange it.
I was saying on the way here that I wanted to apply to work at LASMA. So I can yell at people in traffic, move your car.
The LASMA bus went to my school.
Okay.
By the way, I've been trying to get the LASMA bus to come here. I think in case he's listening or somebody's, they should alert him to the fact that I called him twice.
And then I need a job.
And you know, okay, you can't do LASMA work. Okay, do we have anybody on the line? Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy. I can hear you.
I can hear you too. Yeah. I can hear you.
I just call because of the lady in the studio. She looks pretty and I like her voice.
Thank you very much for liking the voice of my daughter.
This is a national confession. I'm serious. I'm calling from Switzerland.
From where?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. You can send the ticket through me.
Yes.
With a changeable name. So I'll come and meet you.
Uncle Jimmy.
Leave her alone.
No, I'm just staring at her while
she's married.
calling.
She's married. She is married. She is
Are you serious?
M-A-R-R-E-D. She's married. She has 5 children. Yeah, let's go.
Uncle Jimmy, I'll DM you.
He must have seen you on. Okay, should we switch off the? How do you think he feels when he's walking down the road with you? Do you think he feels intimidated?
No.
His confidence.
He knows who I am.
Who are you?
I mean, I'm simple, and if I give someone my word, they have it.
They have it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, the what do they say? The tree doesn't fall. The
apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Far from the tree, and I think that I can almost say runs in your family.
Yeah.
Except for.
Why? What is this beef?
With Alero. I would never forgive her.
What happened? Okay, we'll talk later.
One of the easiest ways to wake me up if I die is to bring Alero near my coffin. Imagine.
Oh my God. Not bad. Okay.
Okay.
I have to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, so we've gotten that. My daughters prefer their stepmom. Should I leave him for his dad? I think we've spoken about this, have we?
Yes, we have.
I've been courting for about years. His parents are divorced and his dad. No, we haven't.
We
haven't. Juliana.
No, we talked about the woman with the teenagers that wanted to live with their dad.
Let's go to Juliana.
Okay.
Julie. Oh, yesterday was Julie Coker's Auntie Julie Coker's birthday. I think she was 84.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, Auntie. If 84, it's a lifetime.
Amazing. Yes.
Amazing. My boyfriend and I have been courting for about a year, and I stay over at his house for weekends. Friday, Mama don't carry back. I was telling somebody about the way women express their love when I was young. In Yaba, middle class area, you see the auntie will come with a frock. They call it a frock. They come with a frock. They have this basket, and atmakasa. That atmakasa is to cover the Pyrex bowl. There will be 3 Pyrex bowls there. One bowl will be for the amala or whatever. One for the stew, and the third one for iwedu. They put atmakasa. I've seen these things happen. There was this man that was living with us, and his wife was the conductress. That's what we call her. I think the conductor is a conductor.
Okay.
And I also remembered how they would give you pillowcases and make embroidery. Embroidery work on the pillowcases. Oh, you are my love. You are my this. You are my that. Romance has been thrown out of the window,
Not totally. I mean, I think we just have different ways to express it now. But that sounds very romantic, actually. So
yes,
it's almost like a picnic, or
yes, every Sunday regular they do that and so on and so forth. Even when I bring pillowcase, we have to say, what is
that
all
actually
this?
sounds very nice.
That's what?
Thoughtful. Sounds very nice.
Thoughtful. It's a way of it brings I love you, Jimmy. You're the only one. Then now sign it off. So if she signs it off now, another person cannot put the head on that pillowcase.
Right.
How many times will you be changing your pillowcase?
But this day and age, man, people don't care.
Well, I hope everybody knows that this is fiction, so they don't say that this man is a bad character. This is like Nollywood, like the Nollywood of radio. Juliana, my boyfriend, she says my boyfriend and I have been courting for about a year, and I stay over at his house for weekends. His parents are divorced, and he lives with his father. Oh, okay, with his father. His dad is not interested in remarrying, but has a string of girlfriends. My boyfriend works in a bank, and office goes to the office on Saturday morning to catch up on some paperwork. At least that's what he told her. As soon as he leaves, however, I'm not. Can you believe this?
What is he?
As soon as the guy goes to the bank in the morning, she sneaks over to the father's side.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's bad.
Bad girl. He will say that she's learnt a few lessons from the dad.
Can you imagine?
Whenever I ask my boyfriend to try some of these things his dad
learning from the
nothing. So,
that's terrible.
Pastor Ladipo, please don't call in on this one, okay? When I asked my boyfriend to try some of these things, his dad taught me he becomes wide-eyed and wants to know when and from where he learned such perverted acts. She says I'm having the best of two worlds as my boyfriend's dad is very generous to me. Thief only. It's a thief.
You take it personal.
I take it very personal. This is the pit.
Yeah, that's terrible.
This is the pits of it all. The dad.
There are probably people that do that for real though. Like,
yeah,
that's horrible.
Okay. If it comes to choosing between him and his dad, I'm afraid I will go for the dad. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
End of story. Should I tell my boyfriend? Of course not.
No, she should tell him.
Sorry?
She should tell him. Tell the boyfriend. And get it
Are you kidding?
Yes, get it over with. Tell him.
And then move over to the dad's place.
I mean, the dad will have her. Of course, Uncle Jimmy, she tells the boyfriend it's done for her on both sides. So.
Oh, okay. So I'm imagining I'm the one.
But the dad himself is also a bad person because why
very
would you?
Bad.
I mean,
very,
why would you be
bad.
having relations with?
Very bad. He's a meanie.
Yeah, with your.
Very bad. You know.
So it's probably even better she tells the boyfriend. Let the boyfriend know what he's contending with, what kind of father he has.
Wait a minute. If she tells the boyfriend, that means she's ready to leave him.
Yeah. So it's in the boyfriend's favor at this point if he knows what's going on. Like, okay, this is who she is.
Okay, so what about if she just leaves quietly?
No, because then he won't know who his dad is. He needs to know.
Let him discover by himself, Abby.
That's a way to do it, by her telling him.
But this happens. It happens. We've had one or two cases of very visible people who have had. Oh yes, who have had.
That's terrible. That's like the worst. The worst lack of discipline.
That's the A part. Okay, so which would you say is the worst part between a man who fiddles with his son's wife or who fiddles with his daughter? It's just as bad.
Oh yeah, it's just the same thing.
Just as bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say here.
Same thing.
Can't she? Do you think she could express her feelings to the dad? Would it change anything?
The dad is obviously a player. He's not a serious person. He has strings of girlfriends, and that is still not enough for him.
Oh yes, she said he has strings of girlfriends.
Not enough for him. He still chooses to also sleep with his son's girlfriend. So he's a waste. So she should just let the boy know, like, oh, I want to go be with your dad. Of course, the dad's not gonna be with her. We know that, but it'll help him do away with her and the dad.
Why is he even writing there, Bunmi? I mean, what's he has?
Probably make sure. I don't write this one. I don't think it's.
Okay, thank you, our friend from Jakarta. Yes, you were saying.
No, he was saying love with caution. Yeah, but then again, love with caution is not as sweet as just loving freely.
Okay, we'll leave everybody to go and solve that riddle in their minds. We got to go. So we need to agree for you to come back.
Yes.
How long have you lived in America now?
Oh my God, off and on almost darn near my entire life.
Your entire life, but we don't want to ask you how old you are. So
I am 25 tomorrow. No, seriously, 25 in April.
Which kind 25 in April?
Yes.
And your son is 11.
Yes, 14.
It's 14. Yes.
Did I say 25? I said 35.
Even 35 doesn't work.
But Uncle Jimmy, nobody ever guesses my age for some reason. I never get. If I say how old do you think I am, I never get.
One
the right
thing that
age.
I know is that I've known you for about 23 years.
More than that, probably.
Yeah,
more than that, for sure.
Probably, yes. Okay, so we'll fix the date for you to come. Let's hear from you what life is like.
No problem.
In Yankee. I'll be looking at some maybe next week.
Okay, next week works.
Next week, maybe next week Thursday, so we'll talk about it.
Okay, that works.
Right, so that's all we have for today. I'd like to thank Tony Payne. Tony Payne, yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Sheung Payne, but she's always been called Tony Payne. And give my regards to that small man, the 14-year-old guy Zion that you have in your house. He's highly talented, though. I know he plays piano.
He does. He tries.
Does he sing?
No, he doesn't sing.
It's not like he's.
Those are more just developmental tools.
Okay.
Yeah, no singing, no interest in music.
No interest in music.
Thank God.
Come on.
I think it's a very rough lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's people in your business.
But do you still promote musicians?
I don't. I strictly do my photography, and my
now.
art. Yeah, I sell art now. So
don't my art. I'm going to hang it on my wall.
Yes, I'll get it to you. No problem.
Okay, I got to go. I'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to talk about bulletproofing vehicles, so you probably want to hear that. I see your feta. Thank you very much. See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Hey, put a spot.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired get fired. It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not.